Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to IELTS Study Plan. This is a program I've put together over the last 20 years of teaching students to pass IELTS. It's a really quick system. It is a really effective system. All of my students get the mark they need, and it's also cheap. Saves you time, it saves me time. Let me show you how it works. So the first thing you can do is, for free, submit an essay. I'll put my email below, and I will give you an assessment and tell you where on the band descriptors you are correct, what you're hitting for the mark you need, and where you need to work. Okay, so I will show you a system of writing introductions for those essays that will get you the mark you need. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So you sign up for $10 a week. I will do unlimited essay checks for you. You can send as many as you want, and I will give you a response on all of them. Okay. So step 3 is feedback. Rewrite your introduction. So we're going to focus on introductions. Why is an introduction so important? This system of using introductions does a number of things for you. It's fast for you to do. You come home from work, you're tired, you have kids, you just need to get a question, write a 25-word introduction, and from that, I can see your vocabulary, your grammar, your coherence and cohesion, and your task response. Those are the 4 areas the examiner needs to know you are doing well at and will mark you on, nothing else. And I can see that from your introduction. Now, also in introductions, I'm going to give you some principles, some ideas that you need to use in order to answer the questions that will give you those marks. So it's not a structured model, it's more principles, particular things you need to do that match the band descriptors. You can see that in my other videos on my channel. Okay, so you're going to write those introductions. You can choose your own questions, choose different topics that you're weak at or that you're strong at. And you're going to send me, every day, you're going to send me 1, 2, 3 introductions. Okay? And that means every day you're getting used to answering those questions. And the biggest things are the task response and the coherence and cohesion. And the principles I show you will show you how to get your mark on those bands. Okay? So I respond to your email within 24 hours. Because actually, usually I do it right away. I send it back to you right away, and then the next day, you can see what mistakes you made, you can correct them, and then you can go and do more questions. Okay, and then you're getting used to seeing questions and answering them. The more you do it, the more confident you get that you know how to answer the questions to get the marks you need. Okay, saves you a load of time, because if you write, and this happens with students all the time, is you get one question and write a whole essay, and it takes you an hour, but your task response and coherence and cohesion in the introduction are wrong. You wasted all that time writing the essay. Because if your task response is not 7, you're not getting 7. If it's not full, it's not full, you're not getting 7 on the entire essay. Just that one thing. Did you answer the question fully? And what does that mean? That's what I train you to do. Okay? So you're doing that over and over. And if you do it for a week, usually students will get 20 or 30 essays done, introductions. By the end of the week, you know, okay, I know what's wrong and I know what's right, and I know where my weakness is, and I know what I need to check, and I know how to write the introduction. You do it for 2 weeks, you've done 40, 50, 60 essay responses, and when I'm giving you your answers, you'll find in the beginning that I'm saying to you, correct this. This isn't quite answering the question. Change this. Structure it in a different way. You're missing a certain principle. And you adjust. And you'll find as you get towards the end of the week and you get towards the second week, you have more correct answers. And this works every time for students. When you can do that, then the rest of the essay will just follow. You'll see in my other videos. The rest of the essay just follows that structure you made in the introduction. So it's at that point, it's quite easy. So We're going to do 2 or more introductions per day. You send them to me, I'll email them back to you. We don't need to waste hours talking on Skype and a lot of money. I mean, examiners, teachers will be charging you $20, $30, $40, $50 for an hour. But that is not an efficient use of time. Efficient use is send me those introductions, I whip them back to you, you can see what's wrong, do it again the next day. You're constantly improving. Works every time, okay? So that's the explanation of that. Now, when we get to the end, we're going to do some full essays before you take the exam. So you can do 2 or 3 essays and then take the exam. We have a 100% pass rate, all right? I can't think of any student who's not passed with this system. All of my students will pass. If for some reason you had a bad day or the question was particularly difficult, you can bring that question to me from your exam. Tell me what it was. We can talk about it and we can do some more practice before your next exam. Okay, so I really want to help you guys pass. I really want to show you how this exam works. And it's a really, really cost-effective. I mean, $10 a week is nothing, but it's a good way for you to learn, and it's very quick. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. I look forward to speaking with you. I look forward to teaching you, and you're going to be successful on your exam. Again, do it right the first time. If you go and take the exam and you get a 6.5 and you need a 7, it's really, really frustrating because you have to sit listening, reading, writing, speaking all over again just because you didn't get a 7 that you needed on the writing. Okay, so you do this system, you'll get your 7 and off you go. You don't need to waste another $150. It's a really expensive exam, right? Okay, so good luck and talk to you soon.